Hi, this is Dr. Pramila Kudwa welcoming you to the podcast, A Story for Your Query. If you like it, subscribe to it. Today, we are dealing with a slightly different topic. An ecological system theory by Yuri Bronfenbrenner states that the human development is influenced by different types of environmental systems. According to this theory, there are 5 layers which help in honing the personality of the student who is at the core. The student forms the primary producer of the ecosystem, and the families, communities, culture, colleagues, and professionals, including the social and cultural values, contribute to the system. The COVID pandemic will end. Schools have started, but will the world come back to normal? A few things will have changed permanently. McKinsey and Company talks about 5 R's about getting back to school. First, resolve. Students, teachers, staff, and the community need to follow the norms of recovery and resolve. Resilience. Schools need to set up support system to teach vulnerable students and staff. Third, return. It's about reopening schools and ensuring remediation for lost learning. Reimagine. Leaders think of what the next normal could be like, how education systems could reinvent themselves. School leaders should ensure professional development of their teachers on blended learning and providing socio-emotional and cognitive support to students. Teachers have been working hard developing new techniques of teaching. Don't let them get burnt out. Reform. Decide on the priorities which are based on the needs of the individual schools. Academic performance versus non-academic is to be studied and prioritized. Finally, a quote from Hillary Clinton. It takes a village to raise a child. This brings to mind a story from Mahabharata where Krishna preaches the Bhagawat Gita to Arjuna. Arjuna follows the dharma as a warrior, having understood the meaning of life from Krishna from the rendition of Bhagawat Gita. Simba's vocation says to rule the kingdom after Mufasa's death and keep the other animals in order. However, Mufasa is murdered by his evil brother Scar. Young Simba blames himself for the catastrophe and leaves the lion kingdom. He shuns his royal destiny and goes into wilderness. Then he meets 2 other outcasts, a meerkat and a warthog. Together they spend a few carefree years. Their antisocial philosophy means that they answer every problem by chanting Hakunamatata, which means no worries. But Simba cannot escape his dharma. This brings us to the end of the podcast. Subscribe to it, send in your queries. Aren't you curious to know how relevant this is to each one of us in daily life? My email is yourquerymystory@gmail.com. I shall meet you again in a fortnight. Take care and bye till then.